Hello everybody. I was going to do another video and show you some of the stuff that I had gone through today and yesterday. And I went through Tennessee. I'm on this cross-country trek. Started out in Goose Creek, South Carolina, and I'm on my way to Lebanon, Oregon. I got through Tennessee fine. I got my truck service. I stopped at the terminal in Lenoir City, and they put some new tires on, and they serviced the truck and did an annual inspection. And I was on my way. I mean, they were great. That's the best experience I've had yet with a terminal and Crete mechanics. That was the best one I've had yet. So anyway, I got a good night's sleep there, was on my way the next day. I got as far as Kentucky, in western Kentucky, just before I got into Paducah. And man, there was a terrible ice storm. A lot of the limbs on the trees had got so heavy with ice that they had broken, and you could see that, and the trees themselves were just covered in ice. The roads were in pretty good shape. I was able to keep going, however, not quite as fast as I would like to. That persisted all the way through Kentucky and Illinois, and well into Missouri. I made it almost to Kansas City, Missouri, and all of a sudden the traction broke loose. It was after dark anyway, and the traction had broke loose on the truck, and it got real squirrely with me all of a sudden, and I said, that's it, I'm done. I still had time on my clock, but I'm done. It's not safe to drive. And luckily, within about a half a mile, there was a rest stop, and I pulled in there and spent the night. The next morning when I got up, I waited until it was well after daylight, and by then the roads were almost dry again, and going through Kansas City was, I guess, with all of the traffic and with the extra manpower they had to clean the roads there in Kansas City. From there on out, I didn't really have any problem. That was scary, though. I'm telling you, when the traction breaks loose on your truck and you feel the truck getting squirrely. Luckily, I was going uphill at the time, so I was just able to let off the gas, and it straightened right back out. And whenever you feel that happening, you definitely don't want to put on the brakes. Your trailer will pass you if you do. So anyway, I thought I would get all that on video, at least some of the ice, and you could see the trees with the broken limbs and trees covered in ice. And no, this stupid Rand McNally, it's a combination, the latest greatest thing they've got. It's got Sirius FM on it. It's got the dash cam. It's got all the bells and whistles. But the dash cam part of it, it produces video to a little SIM card, a scan disc, I guess you could call this, a 32 megabyte. And I have this contraption that's made by Vivitar. Let's see, Vivitar, there you go. And you put the SIM card in here, and then it's got a Fire Stick, or you can go into my laptop or anywhere. Anyway, it's a card reader, and that stupid. Anytime that I get to something really pretty that I want to show you, I went through Utah on 84 today, right where I-80 and 84 split. There's a section about 5 miles there, or maybe 10 miles of I-84 that is just gorgeous. It's just beautiful. And I thought, man, I'm glad I'm getting this on video today. The light is at the right time. It's not going to, it's not going to blur out. I didn't get none of it. I don't know. This thing recorded before that, and it recorded after that. But that whole section through there wasn't on the recording. I don't know what's going on with it. But anyway, I thought that since I didn't catch any of that, by the way, I'm in a place called Eden, Idaho tonight. And I'm at a place called the Eden Oasis. And it's a truck stop. It's an AmBest truck stop that's here on I-84. And lo and behold, I pull in here. I'm the only creek truck here. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and I think surely I'm out here all by myself. And lo and behold, a creek truck is, after I pulled in, he pulled in right behind me, and he's parked right dead in front of me. So anyway, you never know. There's creek trucks everywhere. Creek and Schaefer, you'll find them everywhere. I understand there's over 6,000 of us on the road, and it's a good thing. I thought I'd tell you a story, though. This is kind of funny. This is before I came to work for Creek. I worked for Titan Transfer, and I had I believe it was a 2014 Freightliner that had the split windshield. It had the strip of rubber that went right down the middle of the windshield, and it was two different sections of the windshield. I was at down in Mississippi, and I was at a place filling up with fuel, minding my own business and washing the windshield. This old guy, I'm an old guy, but this guy was really old. He's in his 80s, I guess, but the real trucker. This dude had the Western boots on, the Western cut shirt, jeans with a big buckle, trimmed haircut. He was your typical guy I used to see growing up. This is the guy. Anyway, he stops and he says, "Young man," he said, "I see you got one of them split windshields." I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "You had any problems with it?" And I said, "No, I hadn't." He said, "Well, let me tell you." Now, I'm just minding my own business, cleaning my windshield. This guy goes, "I was going through," I forget where he said he was, and he said, "This turkey flew up off the side of the road and hit right on that seam where that rubber strip is, and it busted both windshields." He said it was a huge turkey, and I was doing about 75, and it hit, and it went all the way because it was weak right there. He said it busted both windshields, and the turkey went through my cab and landed on my bunk back here. And he said, I pulled over and I called my dispatcher and I said, "I got to have a new windshield." And I won't cuss like he did, but he said, "You know what that SOB told me?" And I said, "Bubba, there ain't no telling." Some of these guys that are dispatchers, they'll tell you anything. He said, "Yeah." He said, "He told me to go ahead and make the delivery." He said, "I had about 300 miles to go before I got to my delivery." He said, "Go ahead and make that delivery, and when you get done, you're about 50 miles away from our terminal." He said, "Swing by the terminal, and we'll have one of our mechanics look at it and see if it's bad enough that we need to replace your windshield or not." This old guy went off the deep end. He's out there. You could see the veins coming up. His face had done turned red. He's telling me the story now, and this had happened years ago. But he's still mad about it. But he talking about this turkey that's in his bunk back here. He said not only did they have to replace the windshield, he said I cussed him for everything he was worth. And he said finally they sent somebody out. It took them forever, but they sent somebody out. And they agreed that I needed both halves of the new windshield. And he said on top of that, I made them give me a new bunk because this dead turkey He said all his guts and blood and everything had gone all over my bed. He said I made him give me a new mattress back there too. So anyway, it was a funny story. Funny. And what triggered this old guy to just up and tell me this story beats the heck out of me. But it's happened 2 or 3 times where I've had these really funny things happen where I must look like a real interested person or something, that these people they just want to stop and tell me a story. So anyway, I'm in Eden, Idaho, at the Eden Oasis on I-84, and I am headed to Lebanon, Oregon. It's 642 miles away, but I'm just about out of time. I've only got I think about 8 hours left on my clock, and according to what I'm seeing here, it's a 10-hour trip, so I'm about 2 hours short. The only way for me to do that is to do a 34 right here. So I pulled in about about 6:45 tonight, and I'm going to sit here until 5 o'clock Monday morning. Today's Saturday. Let's see, it's February the 26th, Saturday. Anyway, today is my daddy's birthday. He would have been 95 years old if he'd have made it this far, but anyway, it's neither here nor there. But anyway, I'm going to sit here until 5 o'clock Monday morning, and I'll have a fresh 70. Have plenty of time to make it to the place I'm delivering this to, the consignee, and we'll deliver it about probably around 4 o'clock Monday afternoon. I'm well within my time frame, my window of this is going to be a drop and hook out there in Lebanon, Oregon. So I've got light fixtures, a truck full of light fixtures. They don't weigh nothing. I have flown all the way out here. I've been doing over 700 miles a day just because open roads, nothing. I love the West. Anywhere west of the Mississippi, I am happy. You can make money out here. That's why. Anyway, I will deliver on Monday, and where they're going to send me after that, I don't know. I have had my personal vehicle shipped to the terminal in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I stopped by and checked on it this morning. I had a company called Roadrunner Transport. They picked it up at my house and delivered it to the terminal in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Really reasonable fee to do that, and I'm going to spend the summer out here in Cheyenne, and I've already made arrangements to fly my wife out here and let her ride with me rather than me. I lose money every time I go home, so I'm going to bring her out here, and I'll just keep driving, and I won't lose any money. Anyway, that's what the game plan is, and that's what I'm going to do. I have some more stories I want to tell you. I've been watching the number count of the people that watch my videos that have the dash cam and the people that watch me. For some reason, everybody wants to see my ugly face. So I'm going to do that for the next couple of trips, or the next couple of times here. Unless something really comes up good on the dash cam, this is what I'll do. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you. Like and subscribe if you will. My subscriber count really helps me out if it gets higher. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. We'll see you again soon.